So when I know that despite my circumstances, for example, for the last 2 weeks, I've had no landline, neither have I had internet, right? So my business depends entirely on that. So first of all, I was pissed off, to be honest with you, and I enjoyed that. And then I got a little bit disturbed, and then I felt sort of quite surreal, and then I got a bit depressed. But you know, the interesting thing was, I enjoyed the whole spectrum of feelings, and I allowed myself to experience it. And that's a beautiful thing, because human beings are built for resilience. And this is a paradigm of resilience. Never in the history of the planet has there been a paradigm in psychology. So we're pioneers in this. Because was it Galileo who said that the world was round? And everybody poo-pooed and said that isn't true. And they gave him a hard time, I think. I mean, to me, when I stand on the beach at Budleigh Salterton and I look out at the ocean, I could swear blind that the earth is flat. Because that looks like the truth to me. But I know that isn't true. And the more that I explore the principles, and the more that I see how I don't work, and that it's 100% my experience comes from my thinking moment to moment to moment. And I want to just give you some evidence of that. Are you up for it? Mm-hmm. Good. So with your eyes open, just imagine a lemon. When you've got a lemon in your imagination, just put your hand up. Great. So, just answer these questions inwardly. Is it a rough lemon or a smooth lemon? Is it small or large? When you've got that answer, just put your hand up. Great. And now if you stick your thumbnail into it, you'll notice some oil coming out of the lemon. Give that a good sniff. When you've done that, just put your hand up. Great. And now in your imagination, pick up a knife, cut the lemon in half, and now into quarters. And I want to invite you to pick up a quarter, give it a good old suck. Did everybody get a physiological response? Mm-hmm. That's the principles in action. It's so simple. So every time you put your attention on a thought or a cluster of thought, you have the greatest gift that you could ever receive. And that is to bring your thought alive in your physiology. And that's the principles at work. But see, it was so incredibly simple that I, in my wisdom, decided to make it complicated. Because, you know, that's what I do. But the more simple I see it, the more profound it is, the more I see how it works, the more miracles occur in my life. Things unexpected, things I would never have dreamed would happen, suddenly arrive out of the blue. So guess what? That takes a lot of striving out of my life. It takes a lot of doing out of my life. It's de-stressed me. Something amazing. No meditation could have given this to me. And believe me, I was a powerful meditator. Hour in the morning, hour in the evening. But I was only doing that, I realized afterwards, to get away from the world. But you see, I'm here to engage with the world. I'm here to live my life in the world, doing the best I can. So the principles have given me a peace. In fact, because this was part of my healing process, I would say for a good 6 months after my work with Dickon, and then I began my training, and then I've had many mentors over the last few years and done a lot of training. I just find myself settling down. My mind is getting quiet. And I'm just living in a beautiful feeling most of the time. So that's the greatest gift that I could give anybody, which is why I've continued on with this work. I want to talk a little bit about some clients that I've had that may be interesting to you. So just recently I've been working with 3 women that are on the edge of their divorce. One of them with 2 young children. Her bags were packed and she was ready to leave the marital home. Within 6 sessions, not only her relationship with her husband had turned around, but the relationship with her children had turned around. And she's in the most loving relationship that I've ever seen. Another lady that I've been working with in Norway is writing a PhD at the moment. You can imagine the stress and the pressure of writing a PhD, and I attract people to me because of my story, who are burned out, who are exhausted, or have chronic fatigue, or something like that, because I know where to go with them, because it's been my journey. This lady was so judgmental of herself. She has a brilliant brain. She's a beautiful person. All her relationships had fallen down. She was badly let down 8 years ago. Suddenly, her PhD is flowing, and she's writing what she looks like Arabic. So she's a programmer. She's a neuroscientist, but she's having to do programming work because that's what she's going to specialize in, the research behind being a neuroscientist. Suddenly her PhD is flowing. She has a new relationship. Suddenly life is blossoming for her. Suddenly, out of the blue, she's going back to salsa and loving her salsa. I could tell you lots and lots of stories like that. OCD gone in 4 sessions, whereas before EFT was really, really fast, but it would have taken me anything from 4 to 6 months. And at the time, I thought that was really fast. So it's like Ian and the others were saying, once you have an insight, and nobody can make you have an insight. Thank goodness that comes from within you, and you're built for that. So you're hardwired already, despite what you think, despite what you believe, you're hardwired for peace. So guess what? Our clients are already hardwired for peace, for success, for love, for joy, for inspiration. So suddenly the glass ceilings that we self-impose upon ourselves begin to dissolve, and we open out into unlimited potential. And that's I used to have a desire to spread EFT throughout the whole world, and I thought that was my job to do this. It's not my job to spread the principles, because I already know it's within everybody. And all we have to do is uncover that golden Buddha within each one of us, because it's there now. Thank you.